nice. At first I was surprised. Punk ass bitch. Must be an atheist.
So now, if you want evidence, you watch this thing and it's from the World Bank. Using World Bank data. Don't shut the fuck up because he has no motherfucking brain.
I'm not talking.
He can't fucking listen to fucking anything because his fucking brain is fucking work. This is why he can't fucking listen. This is why he's a fucking idiot. This is why he's misinformed. This is why he's a dumbass. This is why he's a dumbass. This is why he's a little bit.
Mark is everything.
I'm the one pissing his pants.
He can't shut his fucking mouth.
He's literally crying like
he can't shut his fucking mouth.
All right, let's try not to do the slurs, guys, or the all Indian stuff.
That's not Andrew. Andrew, I was about to hate you.
You curse. I don't know who's doing the slurs, but no slurs and no all Indu stuff.
Andrew, we're trying to have a play. So
wait, I see Andrew talking at the same time. Oh my God, he sounds like you. I'm glad that's not you. Oh, thank God.
What's up, Drew?
I thought I was getting trolled, bro. I thought fucking Ashton Kutcher.
You're good, brother. You're good.
Troll ass bitch.
No.
You can't stop running your mouth.
You're
So
good.
here's the facts.
Why do you sound so much like you? What the
Andrew, this is the thing. I put in the link below. He always wants facts.
He does sound
data.
like me, actually.
This is using World Bank data. World Bank data on immigration. It breaks it down into what the U.S. does and what it does for global poverty. We take in 1 million. Each gumball stands for 1 million. This is using their data. And you look at what it does. You can see what they explain. And using World Bank data, what it would do to the U.S. economy. Using World Bank data. Watch it. It's a little video that's just using gumballs so the simple mind can understand the reality of what people think. Because, see, we got to look at it. And this is a socialist that said this. Nothing has ever been produced in a socialist country. It's a conservatism that lies up capitalism.
Oh my God.
It starts to feel good. And what happens? They start to put social values. And then they start to
so many Geminis and Leos.
I know, because
now,
Johannes is a Gemini, right?
That he produces using World Bank data, you'll see why that happens and why you need to have regulations.
Yeah, so you definitely.
Come in and
I do
why
feel that
this isn't no left or right. It's using data and numbers. So that's all I wanted to say. So you wanted all this information before. Just go sit down and watch this little video. And then I want to hear you defend that we just have open borders, but secure borders. Because, we know that terrorists came across because even under Biden, they admitted that. But it's okay because nobody would come here with harm in their minds. Come on.
I didn't say that. Come on. I said open, but come on. Go strong.
And that's the funny part. Open but secure. And it doesn't make sense.
Right now, so close. Secure. Isn't that the goal? Don't we just disagree what it's supposed to be? Like, what the fuck? Hey, Truth, do you leave your front door open but secure? Comparing my house to the country is just not even worth my time.
No, it's a
that's just an insane fucking thing. What does open and secure mean? Oh, so it basically means we have tight border security. I think it's still not tight enough.
It is a balance.
Yeah, we can be in the middle there. It's not secure. It's not secure.
The country.
I think that's on purpose, by the way. I think they're trafficking kids themselves, but let me not get into it. The point is, we definitely need to lock down that shit. I agree with you. But that being said, if someone is like just a regular person trying to get a job, checks out, and it's like triage. It's like someone, they're low-key refugees, bro. We're the richest country on earth. I don't know what to say. Like, if somebody's trying to get in here, I don't feel comfortable telling them no unless we literally can't take them.
Okay, we'll tell them for you then. No problem.
They can come over.
We haven't got
We'll be
the grown-ups.
Holy shit, bro. Truth, there is nothing stopping an immigrant from legally migrating here.
Except that,
there's nothing stopping. That's not true.
Except that truth, there were also millions of people who are waiting their turn and are choosing the process and want to enter the country legally. Those are the people I care about, not the dumb fucks who can just walk across the border and say, I'm here. I have asylum. Oh, you have to let me stay.
That's not hard.
Okay, that's the first thing. Yeah, fuck them. Fuck them.
Oh my God.
I care about the millions of people who are willing to do the process.
Calling someone
correctly. But see, here's the thing, Truth, and this is what the left always does. They always you take a basic principle, and yes, they're leaving the door to your house open and comparing it to
The country is not.
is a valid comparison. And you saying it isn't is because you know you will get crushed on that issue.
No, because I just
exactly you will get crushed. You leave the door to your house open. Therefore, this tree is where
I do allow guests.
reside.
Hold on,
Oh,
do I allow
good.
guests?
So if I come in your house, and start eating your
If
food
I bet
and
you,
clear you out and take
If it's
your furniture,
secure, yeah.
fine. Yeah, good for you. Well, the rest of us don't do that, and this is what the left does.
Make us more
Take
Christian.
an effort. No, it's not more Christian. You don't speak for Christians because
I-
the fact
it's what the
is,
Bible
this
says.
is what the left
That's what I gotta say.
does. This is
Wait,
what
the
the
Bible
left
says
does.
to break the
They
law?
take a basic
What page is
principle.
that on?
I'm gonna land. Let me finish. They take a basic principle, like you protect your borders, and then they use the empathy card. Oh, these people they're so impoverished. Their conditions in their country are horrible. Oh, we have to let them in. And then they argue that not letting them in is a bad thing and that we should do it. No, it's a basic principle. You protect your house, you protect your community, you protect your state, you protect your country. All of those things are in line
Yeah, I don't
and
think
are
that we have to
basic
give
common
those up.
sense.
I don't
And
think we're
you
giving those
don't,
up.
And
What?
if you advocate for open borders, that means
Immigration is not going to
open
make the country
borders.
less
That
safe.
means anybody can come in.
I think that's kind
You
of
can't
racist.
you cannot say, well, I advocate for open borders, but secure borders. The two
It's-
don't coincide.
Yeah, that's actually just not true.
No,
Obviously.
that
So
actually
that's
is
actually true. That's a
Oh,
contradiction
it's
in terms.
actually
Oh my
true.
fucking
Because
god.
we've
It's a
seen
logical
it in
fallacy.
practice under
It's
Biden.
not a logical
It's a logical
You
fallacy.
explain that. I
You
can't
can't
wait
be
for
open
that.
and secure. You gotta pick one.
We're
Hold on,
done.
I can't wait for Norm because it's my people are replying, but I can't wait for Norm to explain how that's a logical fallacy using
Yeah.
axiomatic argument.
So
Because
you open and then you exclude those who you don't want, correct? That's the secure part, right?
Yes, kind of like
Okay.
the TSN.
So that's what we're doing now.
yeah,
So the
we
secure part is,
How's that?
if you're not legal, the secure part is, if you're not legal, you don't come in.
yeah,
That's the
Norm,
secure
let
part.
me put it
Here's a
another
quick
way.
question. Do
Norm,
you
let
So
me
it's
put it
open,
another
but it's secure.
Do we have it?
people.
He
Wait,
said,
wait,
Yo,
It's
why are
like
you guys
people-
filibustering? You just spoke.
people. How's it open? How's
Yeah.
it
Not listen, I'm not
people?
replying to three
We're
people at once.
excluding the
Let me
people
reply
who went
to Alan.
illegally and who are
Right. Yeah.
People
How
who don't follow the law are criminals.
You
You don't
just
want
now
the
you just
criminals.
like you're just dogpiling and you're adding to it. Come on, I got enough to
No.
reply to.
No, you earned a little bit of
Alan just
dogpiling
spoke at me
because
for
you
4 minutes
filibuster.
straight.
That's too bad, isn't it? Victim card
So
declined.
you got your butt feelings hurt because you
Victim
put a
card
shitty
declined.
link up and I called you out.
Victim card
He's over here
declined.
butt hurt. Yo, no.
Victim card. I'm sorry, sir. You have another card besides the victim card.
Alan,
You've identified
with
this
your
issue
cheerleaders to
very-
the side, right? Just to address what you said, right?
Yeah,
It's as simple
yeah.
as this. Are you able to get on the airplane? Yes. Does the TSA check you? Yes. So it's almost like it's secure but open for business. This
Okay.
is too stupid. I'm not doing it. No. You guys can make your
I got
correct.
this.
You
That
guys
wasn't me, Alan.
You guys got it.
It's not open
You got it.
for
If you don't
everybody.
understand the concept,
Okay, one at a
I
time.
understand the
That's an
concept.
IQ problem, and you
You've
got to figure that out amongst
identified-
yourself.
That's a personal attack, Chris.
That's the
You've
dumbest shit I ever heard in my
One
life.
at a
Yeah.
time.
How are you going to secure an area but also
All
allow
right.
people inside of it? You're an idiot.
Yeah, truth, you've identified
bless
the
you.
problem
You got
clearly.
it.
The truth is
I've
very low level.
identified
Very
more,
low
no,
level.
don't interrupt.
Okay, Norm.
Go ahead. The elevator
Yeah,
doesn't go all the way. Very low level. You don't know how to use the website.
Norm,
You don't know how to
Go ahead,
shut up.
Norm, I can't,
You were
can't.
literally a sophist. That's
Norm,
Go for it,
I'm
Alan.
ready.
Go for it. Alan, go for it.
Stop it. You've identified the problem clearly. You want secure borders, and if they're criminals and rapists, et cetera, then you would exclude those. Well, under the Trump administration, we're in the secure borders part of your secure but open borders includes people who don't apply for the process legally and who just walk across the border or fly in or overstay their welcome. When they do that, they are criminals We kicked them out. Now, I understand under Biden, he let 20 million people in and said, if you walk across the border, you can stay. Trump is saying no. He's moved that line from what is secure or not secure and what is criminal to not criminal to a different place that maybe you don't like, but the rest of the country and the rest of the world, since immigration has been either number one or number two, the number one or number two issue, according to Pew Research, since 2016. And it's a huge issue in Europe. People are concerned about it. So, yeah, what?
Yeah, but
you
ICE
know,
is going over.
But Alan, this is easy
No,
to
it isn't.
debunk.
They have a 60.
Alan,
They have a
it's easy to
62%
debunk.
Trump
It's
approval
American,
rating, bro.
over 50.
They have a
lawsuits.
62% disapproval rating, bro.
Yeah, well, except that when you
That's
look
pretty
at the
bad.
stats, like 70% agree with Trump's policies
No,
with
I think
immigration.
no. There's legitimacy.
They may
there.
not
America started
like
caring about
the way
immigration in the early
ICE is
2000s.
doing
No,
it,
I
they
don't disagree.
like the results.
But what did he say?
sure
Bad
like
hombres,
the
Alan. He
results.
said bad hombres surrounding people up at church and work, bro.
Yeah,
No, Americans
well,
are not happy.
if
You
they-
can't hire
I don't even
church
like that.
if
No,
you're
it's
a
almost
criminal.
disconnected
well,
from reality.
too bad
Being
for
in
them.
church doesn't make you not a criminal.
Yeah.
They're
So
not.
you do
going
realize
to
most
churches.
Americans are
You
really
got it.
unhappy with the two people. I think is it 2 or 3? Is it more than 2 that ISIS killed already? You're
Yeah,
just
and
wrong.
you know how many died under
I
Obama?
blame
Like,
the governor
I don't care
of
about
Minnesota
Obama,
and
bro.
Maryland.
This
Yeah.
is 2026.
Yeah, you
Alan.
know what? People have died because of ICE under every single president. So if it's only 2 under Trump, that means at the end of his 4 years, it'll be 8. Or let's give him another 2, so it'll be 16.
It's February.
He'll be doing much better than Obama did. That's for sure.
It's February. Like,
Okay.
What's your point about it
Yeah,
being February?
and
What
we've
does that have
already
to do with
gone
anything?
through 1 year.
ICE didn't get the packing and the ramp up
Yes.
until like
And the
what?
other thing is the fact that the Trump administration has been sued 50 or 60 times for a whole host of things. And they've all worked their ways through the court. What Trump is doing now, everything is constitutional and it's legal, with 1 or 2 exceptions, like we had that Supreme Court ruling about the tariffs. Okay, well, you know,
Good.
1 out of
Thank God.
60. Okay, that just proves, number one, that the branches of government are independent. You can never scream that the Supreme Court is bought off or it's doing Trump's bidding.
Because of one decision?
Yeah, no, it's got a couple of decisions, but still
I'll meet you
just
there, I'll
the
meet you there.
same. It's still not kissing Trump's ass. It's
That's
doing
true. I can give
what
you
it
that.
believes is constitutional, and everything that ICE is doing is constitutional. And it is, yeah, it is, and it's not criminal.
There's, when they're asking for papers, that's
60
violating the
lawsuits,
4th Amendment.
50 to 60 lawsuits brought by the Democrats. They're holding Trump to the fire. It's working its way through. They've worked their way through the court. It's done. You cannot claim it's legal, and all of the illegal, Trump illegal, administration illegalized. It's all bullshit. It's constitutional. It's not anything new. The only difference is the left is pissed off because they're not in power. That's all it is.
There's some element of truth to that. Look, I don't disagree with everything you said, but I don't agree with the characterization. I think that yes, we can talk about what happened under other presidents, but actually Obama was getting hella flack from the left. You have to remember, the left it has a significant percentage of, I would argue more than half, that are like pro Bernie types. Okay, like so this is a party that rejected Hillary Clinton twice. We keep getting characterized, and it's really annoying because it's like that's not real.
Well, I
Right,
was
so-
on the left truth during Obama.
I'm sorry.
So I know exactly what you're talking about. What happened was Obama, you're right, he got a lot of shit because the left felt, and the progressives especially, felt like, oh my God, we've got a black president. We're going to get all these progressive policies put in. And guess what? Obama didn't do it. Now, I know people on the right feel like Obama was the coming of the Antichrist, but from the left, he didn't do enough according to them. And then when they didn't nominate Bernie, you're right, they were really pissed. And so when Trump was elected, the progressives said, you know what? You either give us all of our policies or we're going to withdraw our support and Trump will win again. And so the left made the deal with the progressives. And no, they didn't get Bernie again, but they got Biden. And Biden did everything they wanted. So, yeah, you're right.
Until they fell asleep.
Until Biden fell asleep. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah, and to the point, like I think most reasonable, moderate people on the left, we respectfully disagree with people on the right who are a little more gung ho about maintaining, certain populations. But I think everyone, even Middle America, it was getting pretty crazy. It was getting over the top, and I think most of the country on both sides wanted something done. But I think they've just gone too far. Even if they haven't, which that's just me extending grace, I think they have, of course. The optics are horrible. Like, the rhetoric is a runaway train. This isn't just like he said, she said now. It literally, you have people shooting people and then calling them stupid bitch. There's no way you sell it. That's insane.
Well, he was angry that she got herself killed. I mean, he didn't want to kill her. I mean,
no, the truth is
what they were doing. You call what they were doing in Minnesota a respectful disagreement?
No, but they're not professionals of the state. They're not professionals of the state.
Well, what does that have to do with
That's why. Because it's about public reaction. That's why I said the optics and the rhetoric is a runaway.
What?
That matters. Okay, so if people are protesting,
she assaulted somebody with a deadly weapon and got her ass killed.
Got her ass killed.
She shouldn't have done that. And the governor and the mayor encouraged her to do it. So did her wife.
I did not see that in the video I watched. I saw her trying to move around him.
Break it down. If she hits him with the car that's not around him?
She was trying to move around him.
You have to wait till the person is out of the way before
he put himself in front of the car.
Well, no, he circled in front of the car before she put her foot on the gas.
Well, no, it all happened in the exact same moment. It was literally.
No, he was circling the car. It's on the video.
I literally saw the video.
He literally did a 360
We're pretty
around the
on
car.
how we see it for some reason.
No, we're not split on how we see it. It's all the same.
Yes, the country is split on how we see all
this. No, it's not.
It's
very clear what happened.
So when you talk to Democrats, what do Democrats tell you about it?
Oh, they're interested. What? This is not a Democratic.
So we don't exist. The country's not split. Okay.
This is a question of facts. She hit him with a deadly weapon.
Cool.
She got her ass shot.
Cool. The difference between you and me, I don't argue opinions. I get it. I get what you believe.
That's no opinion. That's the legal standing. What's the legal standing of an officer's duty with a vehicle?
Bro, I'm not going to have this argument. First of all,
I know because you can't win.
You proved yourself way too rude to. No, you just start calling me.
I beg you to do this. There's a judge that is on here quite often, and you can go talk to him about it if you'd like. And I bet you, when he's all said and done explaining every aspect of the law, he's going to explain to you this. There will never be a charge in that case.
So real quick, do Supreme Court justices always agree?
True.
Just answer that.
There will be charges in the other one. Not necessarily against the man who first pulled the trigger. It'll be for the man that was hitting the guy in the face with the bear.
Cool. I got you. Do Supreme Court justices always agree? No, right? So what is you telling me you found a judge who has an opinion do for me?
The fact that
I would say it's an attempt to educate you.
You think I can't find a judge who disagrees? Is that what you're betting money on?
It's an attempt to educate you, but you're proving
you think I can't find cash money a leftist judge who has an opinion that's state?
What do you think is an appropriate
He's a gay man.
A verbal reaction to get.
You're thinking as far right, and he's a gay man.
If you're talking about Brent, he's not a judge.
Yeah, what do you think is the appropriate reaction to getting someone?
Why do you think you know who or what Brent is?
I think if someone is trying to escape you and they're clearly not a lethal threat to yourself or anyone else, you don't put yourself in front of them and draw your gun. That's not.
Yeah,
I think you probably just let them. I think you probably let them get away, get their license plate, maybe pull them over at their fucking house a couple hours later.
While they're hitting you with the car?
He put himself in front of the car.
No, he was doing a 360 around the car.
Yeah,
You're allowed to do that. That doesn't mean you can hit him with the car.
No,
Nobody
you
got
let them
right
get away. If you let them get away, they can hit other people, including innocent pedestrians. So to let them get away is not a valid excuse.
Yeah,
It never has been
True,
When you let them get away,
you put your money where your mouth is on that case.
girlfriend that you already
I
have.
don't want to be. I deserve to be a mile away.
Empty the
I
clip.
deserve to
Right?
be
Empty
able
the clip.
to walk
So they
down
don't
the
get away.
street and not have to worry about some crazed protester driving me and my 3-year-old child as I'm walking down the street over because some cop just let them get away.
Really, bro?
She would,
The only people getting ran over are leftists.
I'm pulling the
Republicans run over leftist protesters for fun.
Yeah, it's funny how when the left.
No, but that's actually true.
Yeah, well, actually, see what happened, Truth, is if you watch the video, when she backs up, it points. At first, he was on the right side of her car, but when she backs up to go, that pointed the car right at him. That was
No, that's not what I saw at all.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
well, you got to.
Hold on,
There's
hold on.
multiple angles of it.
If you guys are bored enough, we can watch the video right now.
You can see it on his cell phone video. He literally hit him with the car.
And then she hits him. You hit a police here.
Yo,
let me make it
PTR.
easy for you.
Yo,
Truth,
shut the
let me
fuck
make
up,
it
Alan.
easy
PTR,
for
look
you.
at my PTR right now.
Let me
You
make
see
it
the
easy
smoke
for
of the
you.
first gunshot.
you
Look at the
hit
guy's
a cop,
legs. Look at his feet. Look at the tires of the car.
Yeah.
Tell me how the fuck he got hit with a car.
Yeah.
Tell
Sam,
me how the fuck.
You can
Thank
see
you,
it here.
CM. Thank you.
Show me.
He goes
Look at my
when he hits him
PTR
with the
right
car.
now. I pointed this shit out. You see the
He
gun
goes
smoke
when
of
he
the
hits
first
you
shot.
can hear the car hit him.
Yeah.
You can hear
Show
it's his impact.
Show me
Let me
how
make
it's
it
even
easy
close.
for
She's not only turning her tires,
True.
she's nowhere close to him.
You understand that she hit him with the car, right? You don't.
No. Look, click on my PTR, you fucking
Yeah,
idiot.
yeah.
Click on my PTR.
But what
Look
is
at
looking down?
this.
So
I
you're
did do
not
this in
admitting
slow
she
motion.
hit him.
You can do
you're
this.
not
I did this in
admitting-
slow motion.
Yeah.
Look
you're
at the
not
car
admitting
tires.
she hit him with
Look
the
at
car.
his legs. Look at his.
Okay, now you're being willfully ignorant.
Oh
You
my.
know, yeah, you are, because you
How?
know she hit him. Because
No, she
you're
didn't.
pointing
No,
to
she
a
didn't. In
video
none of the videos
where
did
it's
she
not
did
clear.
Everybody knows he went to the hospital
Where
for bruised
everybody-
ribs.
Yeah, he went to the hospital.
Terrified. But the fact
That was
is, let me
ridiculous.
make it easy for you.
Bill
If
says a
you hit a
lunatic
cop
liberal.
with your car, 90
You're so stupid.
you will be
You're
shot.
the
Show
stupid
me
one.
how this is even close. Do you know how to click a profile, man? Do you know how to fucking click a profile?
Do you know how to read the fucking law,
with the
young
car?
punk?
I want you to I want you
I don't
to
think he
be
knows
in
how
a-
to watch
Show
the
me.
video.
Show me.
Show
Show
can
me
only
this
watch
is
video.
fucking
They're
thing.
fucking
How
crazy.
is it even
They're gonna
close?
gaslight you, bro.
No,
He had
I-
already
I'm
shot
not-
the gun.
Go look up the law.
He had already shot the gun.
That's why
I
you
am
are
close to getting hit.
because it's like they're never gonna agree, bro. They're never gonna agree.
Ignorance. I am not going to
For real.
indulge
Go
you.
get
We
your
should just agree to disagree, guys. Like it's not
The
even.
moment
All right, hold on. Let Alan go. And here's the facts. An officer doesn't have to wait till he's struck to pull the trigger. Okay? He has to believe he's in imminent danger, which a car is coming at him or himself, or at him or others could be in imminent danger. The lady was resisting arrest. They were trying to get her out of the vehicle. Now,
and they
please,
told her
please watch the video. Please watch the video. And
I
they
have
try
the
to detain her.
video and the
That-
snapshots of it.
How many times before that did they let her just drive away? How many times?
Bro,
That's the
okay,
first
no, just answer the question.
Accelerator
We're gonna
and
get
the wheel.
It
we
doesn't
don't
matter.
agree. I don't want
It
to.
doesn't matter about agreeing. I'm asking a simple question that's going to come
No,
up.
because I don't. You're gonna be shocked. I don't have the perspective you have.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you have the perspective. I have the perspective that the law's going to have, and he's not going to get even charged. This is going to go down exactly.
You got it. You're back
Exactly.
You're saying
And the case against
he
Ashley
didn't
Fowler.
get hit with the car. Now you guys are back. Now you guys are backpedaling. He didn't get hit with the car.
He got no. He didn't say that.
No. You're backpedaling. Now you're saying he just needed to think. That
Well, no, that's the legal standard.
He could have got.
He didn't. No, that's the legal standard. So
Yeah, I know. I
I don't understand how people.
concede you're backpedaling now.
you know,
No, because
You're conceding you're backpedaling.
No, backpedaling.
He did not get hit with the car.
he's giving you the legal standard.
Fox News talking point. He did not get hit with the car.
Listen, I have never seen. I don't watch Fox News.
Yeah, I
Show me where in any of the videos where he gets touched with a car. Touched.
It's
Legal
illegal from his
standard.
point of view.
Per
Yeah,
federal law.
His
doesn't
cell
have to
phone
be
video.
ICE, according
His
to
cell
the
phone
left,
video.
His cell phone video.
according
If
to the
anything,
left,
not even.
I beg your pardon?
ICE, according to the left, a cop has to be run over, then the person has to back up over them, run
Run
over
over
them
him again.
5 times
Yeah.
before the cop is allowed to
It's
shoot.
called the rule of 5, Alan. I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
According to them, if you see somebody, if you're a cop and somebody's driving at you, according to them, you don't have the right to shoot at them. That's the problem. That's why you're never going to convince Truth that he was justified. It doesn't
No,
matter.
we don't agree that she was driving.
Go out in real life.
Truth, this isn't with you now. Let him
He
talk.
was-
This is El Normo.
And well, no, he said my name. So.
And
No,
see,
he
wasn't
mentioned
even
you
close.
to El Normo is what he was doing. That doesn't mean you have to
You
interject.
just made a
Jump in
distinction
later.
without a difference.
You jump in
I said
and
he said
interrupt
my name.
everybody.
I said he said
Okay.
my name.
Doesn't matter. You let him finish.
I didn't cut him off.
You did. You jumped in.
well,
So
that's-
your very fact is, let's just
Come on,
prove.
Joe.
Me and
So we're going
you just
to
prove. Can you tell me what the legal standards are for an officer to discharge his
Loki,
weapon?
I don't think he was done. I think we just interrupted his flow. I was just saying a little, and then I was off, and that's all I was doing.
Well, I want to hear from you guys. Are you guys backing up from the claim that he got hit with a car? Yes or
no.
No,
No.
we're talking about a legal standard, and
No.
I understand you might not understand that, but you have to listen very
My God,
carefully to what you're saying.
Show me if any
I'm going to the
videos
inside.
where his knee car.
Okay, who said that? CM?
Yes.
Go look. There's multiple angles. Go look.
Look, I have one of them right here.
It's
The clearest one right here.
2 months.
The fact that you can see his feet planted on the ground,
There's
the
one
tires
that's,
pointing away from him, the gun smoke already shot.
yeah.
This is incontrovertible proof.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You know why?
You're better
You
off
know
making the
why?
argument that you could read behind and he thought he was in danger or some shit like that.
Yeah, why?
You're better off making that argument.
Because they told her 2 or 3 times, get out of the car. The moment she
You can't even
The moment she started backing up, the moment she started backing up, he pulled out his gun because that's the defense against a moving suspect in a car. You're preparing yourself in case she lunges for you. And guess what? She lunged for him.
No, she didn't.
Yeah, so why?
She
It
accelerated to
shows
drive
a little
away.
bit. Look,
She accelerated to drive away, bro.
Yes, you don't get to drive away.
And you don't get to shoot her.
to
You don't
drive
get to
away,
shoot
and he
her.
does get to shoot her. He
No, he
absolutely
doesn't. You're
Yes, he does. If an officer
They're
tells
going to
you,
pretend they can't
if
see.
it, no, if
No, I
an
can tell this
officer-
older guy.
Guys, you guys on the left.
Show me the
I
video where
want
he
to
gets in the
make
car.
it clear.
Alan,
I
Alan,
want
Alan.
to make it
Stop
clear.
fucking
This
talking
is
like a
the
fucking
law.
old slow retard.
If
Just
an
show me the
officer-
video where he gets hit
Yeah,
with a car.
CM, I am
Just
not
show me the
It's
video
on his
where he
cell
gets
phone.
hit with a
It's on his cell
car.
phone.
Or
Yeah,
back
I
up
understand that the Greek word might be used around you,
Or back up
because
on
maybe
that.
that's who
I
you are.
see that you're fucking wrong.
But you don't understand the legal authority of using your weapon.
Okay.
Like I said, you can make a better case that you can read his mind and
We
he thought
met,
he
the
was in danger.
case is already.
Make that
No need to read his mind.
times.
Make
On
that
video.
He thought he was in danger, even though he wasn't even close to the car, and he just said,
Well, no, he was. No, she hit him with the car. That's how close it was.
There's no point.
Show me the video, bro.
There's no point.
It's on the video that he
Do
got.
you have the internet?
It's on his cell phone.
I've seen every video. You know when you hit in one of them,
Did you see his cell phone video?
Do you know how to slow down the video?
Real quick.
Yes.
Pause. Look at when the
Yes,
first
it's
shot.
not even necessary. By
When the first gunshot is fired.
Because this is
By
just
the way,
we have-
CM,
Yeah.
Look
by
at this
the
dude.
way,
He has to be
CM,
He hits him in the torso, not the feet.
yeah, and by the way, CM, the legal standard is not a slowed down video. It's
Correct.
how the officer perceives it at the time
Okay,
in
I said
real
make that
time
argument.
without the benefit of hindsight.
Say that.
Correct.
So
It's
say
called
that.
the Graham
Don't lie
test.
and say she hit
The
him with a
Graham
car.
That's what
test.
matters.
Don't lie and say she hit him with a car. Say that.
No, that's not a lie. That's a fact, and it's recorded.
Show me the
But
video when he
It,
hit him with
it
a car.
doesn't
It's
matter.
not his- I told you
By the
multiple
Graham
times.
test, it doesn't matter whether she hit him or not. The
That-
law
well,
is the
that-
Graham
that's
test.
the
Okay,
assault.
okay,
That's
you're
true.
right.
That's true. That's
I
the
got
assault
I
part.
wasn't even saying nothing until I
That's
heard
an authoritative
If you really want to understand it, go look at what everybody misses. Go look at the tires spinning on the ice. Nobody gets the fact that the tires spun on the ice. She revved the engine. You don't hear it. When you see the tires spinning on the ice,
She
you
was
go,
probably nervous.
that's a little interesting.
She was probably nervous. Listen.
Obviously, she
Oh,
was.
well,
It was a fatal error on their part.
just
Wait
real
a minute, I thought she wasn't mad at him. How was she nervous? I'm not mad at you. I thought she wasn't mad.
So anyway, just real
Wait a
quick.
minute.
So this is what I said.
William.
Ron said, right? Is that and I get it. You guys are probably gonna get right back to it, but I'm just saying we could have a lot more productive and, in my opinion, interesting and fun conversation actually debating like ideology and philosophy, like political ideology and philosophy. I mean,
Well, you failed at that, Truth.
Okay, come on.
You fumbled
No,
that.
just let me get it out. Okay, I'm big bozo, big dumb black boy. Anyway,
I didn't say
we
that.
could
Just
actually-
you.
we could-
Like it too much, you know.
there you go. You dropped it twice now. But anyway,
That's correct. And the night is young.
we could be arguing actual premises. This is just opinion. We're gonna go back and forth. It's boring.
No, we're stating the law. There's a difference. We're stating the law. You guys are trying to throw an opinion at us.
But you already know. Don't
No
you already
opinion
know
here.
what the leftist take on this is?
It doesn't matter what the leftist take is. You read the
I don't
fucking
even know
law.
what that
You
is.
don't need
Okay, so watch this. Hold on. I'll
Hold on, hold on. Wait,
Are you trying to say the leftists are liars?
Give me a second.
No, we don't agree with you.
Truth.
On what?
Okay,
On
did you
almost
agree that
everything.
Ashley Barrett should have been shot? Do you believe
Well,
Ashley
then
Barrett
you're in
should have
trouble
been shot?
then, because you can't build a life built on lies.
We
You
don't.
should be learning
See
that.
how I didn't call
You
you
should
a
change your
liar?
name to lies.
See how I didn't call you a
Change it.
liar though? I said
Change your name to lies. You called me everything under the sun already. You
No, I think that after you.
Are
made that
you
smart
smoking
ass
weed
little
right
black
now?
joke. No, you made
I
a
beg your pardon?
you made a
No, are
slick
you
ass
smoking
black
weed?
joke. You made
I made a black joke?
Yes,
What's the
that's why
black
you're
joke?
smiling when you say it.
Well, who says that I'm smiling? Are you schizophrenic right now?
You got it.
This
You
is an
got
audio
Dude,
app, not a
it's projection.
you know.
it. You got it. bro.
Projection.
You got
What's
it.
that?
It's
You're
projection.
smiling
He's
while
trying
you're
to
dying.
Oh, he's projecting? You can
working.
hear me smiling? Are you schizophrenic? There's something. Do you know what
Norm,
synesthesia is?
Norm, you're old now. Smile when you die, like you.
Synesthesia. Do you taste colors too?
Yeah, I got the Kanye West disease too. I do.
Well, we understand that the left understands color.
Have you taken your medication today?
Nah, I'm
Maybe
free
that's
balling.
the issue.
I'm free balling, Norm. I'm off some shrooms.
Maybe that's the issue. Put on some underwear and take your medication, and then have this conversation.
Well, no, it's bad for your balls, Norm.
Well, I think you need to put it on. I think you need to put it on. I thought I smelled something, and now I'm starting to gag a little bit.
Oh my God, I don't even got to come back. I'm not that vicious. But look,
You're not that smart or funny.
you're right. I'm a big bozo. Everyone says so.
I didn't say that. I just said you're not that smart or funny.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, but yeah, so this is just opinion back and forth. We don't agree.
No, we're talking about
we
facts.
don't,
We can
we
talk
don't
about
even see
opinion
the
next.
same video the same, bro. Do you not realize?
Well, it's not that we don't see it the same. It's that you're lying.
Okay, but I'm not calling you a liar.
Well, I'm saying you're
'Cause
lying.
that's just useless. Okay, bro.
Sure.
You know what's-
Mike.
Sad is I'm good faith enough to genuinely believe that you're just so different than me. You see it different, but you're like, no, you're
people
lying.
don't see-
Meanwhile, ironically,
No.
CM posts a picture
No.
that clearly shows him not being hit, and then the argument.
How can you show a picture of something
Then
not
you
happening?
fucking move the
Wait.
goalposts. It
Explain- I
doesn't
wanna
matter if
understand this.
contact was
Hang on.
made anyway.
How do you take
And I
a
don't want to
picture of
have this
something that didn't
argument.
happen?
Boring.
No, slow down, Truth.
God
How
damn
did you take a picture of something that did not happen?
Here we
Explain that.
go. This is just fucking disingenuous.
I'm listening.
What?
I'm listening. Show me a picture of something that did not happen.
The picture's proving it didn't happen.
How could a still picture prove something didn't happen?
Do you want to
Explain.
watch the video together?
No, I want you to answer my question.
I know you don't.
Answer my question.
The
How
picture
can a
shows him
picture-
before and after shooting. At no point does the car make contact with his body.
The
That's
car
how-
hit his torso.
Okay, no.
So everybody
Agree
is
to
lying.
disagree, pal.
Every-
Unless you want to review the tape.
And you can see it
But
from
you
it.
don't want to do that. So what?
I've reviewed it 1,000 times.
You're pissing,
You're
I'm
lying
pissing.
again.
Who pissed further?
Nobody is pissing. One
This
person
is definitely a pissing contest.
One
but you don't just
person
want
is-
to review the
No,
tape
it's not a
and we
pissing
disagree with
contest.
the tape.
Maybe in your mind it is.
So we're arguing about a video, but we're not going to watch it?
No, we're not.
That's
No,
not a
I
pissing
stated the
contest?
fact. You can look at it as many times as you want.
Okay,
Look at
so
the one from
guys,
the-
you're
look at
arrogant
the one
and I'm
from-
humble. I got it.
Look at
Yeah.
the. No, you're neither one.
Sure.
You're just ignorant.
Sure. I'm right, you're wrong. But I'm
No.
I'm the humble one. Okay,
No.
brother.
No, so the cop or the Fed agent is shooting
You
with
know
his
you're
cell
so
phone.
close. You know you're full
You
of
can't
shit.
even
That's
let
what
it
I'm
out.
talking
Now you're being schizophrenic again. Try to put your feet on the ground, both feet, so that you don't pretend that you know what I'm thinking.
about.
Okay.
Okay, no.
Or there's something
Okay,
smiling.
now. All right,
Good. Now you're improving. All right. Maybe I can cure you of your madness.
My God.
So you hear him go, whoa! And you can hear the car hit him. And then you hear the gunshots fire. That's what happens. Watch the video and you'll see it. And by the way, the crime of assault does not require contact. It requires a meaningful deadly threat, which is
it's
kind of
punished by the
obvious.
death
But
penalty?
it's not only against that
Oh,
one
it's
cop.
punished by the death
There's
penalty?
another cop who's
Assault is death penalty?
Who said death
Execution
penalty?
by cop in
Who
street?
said
Oh, so he thought he
execution?
was
Who
at
said
risk? He
death
thought
penalty?
he was about to get bodily injured?
But not only did she commit a crime
He
against
needed to
that
kill
cop,
her or someone would get
not only did she commit a crime against that cop, there was another cop who had his head and torso and shoulder
protesting
in the
rescue.
car.
You gotta put him down, bro. You just
You
gotta
had
put
one.
him
There was
down.
another. You're afraid to hear this. You can see it on the video, by the way. So I want you to watch the video, and I want you to see the cop that has his head and shoulders and torso in the car when she floors it, causing him to be at risk of severe bodily harm or death, which actually happened to the cop that shot her. And it's indisputable.
Okay.
Not only that, so that's two crimes that she's in the process of committing.
You wanna watch
And
the
then there's
video?
a third crime.
You wanna watch the video?
And then there's a third crime of her wife saying, "Drive, baby, drive," right after she uses fighting words to try to fight with the cop. You want to come at me, big boy? Go have lunch, big boy. You want to come at me? You want to come at me?
That was crazy.
Those are called fighting words.
Yeah, I agree.
Then she tells her wife to commit a crime, which is assault with a deadly weapon by driving into the cop that's standing in front of the car.
She doesn't tell her to hit him. She says, "Drive, get out of here."
Well, if you tell somebody to drive while a federal agent is standing in front of the car, that's telling her to commit a crime. But that's not all. If you tell somebody to drive while you're being arrested or detained by a federal agent, and that's telling her to cause grievous bodily harm to a federal agent. Rebecca did. Rebecca could. That's correct.
okay.
So she
I
did.
already know
Yeah,
your take.
okay,
so
neat.
I don't.
I beg your pardon?
I already know the conservative take. We had all
There's no
these debates
conservative
with you.
take. This is just telling you what happened
That's
on
why
the video,
you've
in case
never
you
found
forgot.
a liberal who agrees with you, and you've never found a conservative who disagrees. Okay, Norm. All right.
Neither of those are true.
Oh,
Both are
so
lies.
you know conservatives who disagree with you?
Both of those are lies. You said the word never. You
Oh,
lied.
sweet Jesus.
Yes, sweet Jesus.
Not all.
Praise Jesus.
Not all, but most. Hey, we got a
Praise Jesus.
we
Keep
got a
backing off. Keep backing off. Pretty soon you'll be back all the way into ignorant land.
So not all, but most is a trope. Like
I
someone
beg your
said trope
pardon.
earlier.
I can't follow you. Why did you just say 6'7"? 6'7".
No, 6'7" is a reference to a guy bragging about committing murder. I think it's very deplorable. But
I
no,
don't think that's what it is at all.
It's literally a song.
No,
where
it's
he
literally
says,
not. You're just full of disinformation.
What the fuck did you
You
just
need
say?
to open the book. I said you're full of disinformation.
So what
did
is
you think I said?
6'7"? Norm, educate me. What is 6'7"?
Why do you ask?
Because you just said I was
told you.
wrong.
Yes, you're wrong.
So it didn't come from
You're
a
wrong. You're. No, I didn't say it didn't come from a song. I said it's not about somebody committing murder, as you just said.
So what do you think it's about? What do you think it's about?
Why do you ask?
Because you just said I'm wrong.
Are you backing up now? Show me how it's about somebody committing
I
murder.
think you said a knee jerk.
Show me how it's about somebody committing murder.
So
Show it. Show the room.
Okay.
The same way that you lost on statistics and on the injustice of the rule of law.
Hold on, real quick.
I want to hear how your mind works tonight.
Before I do, you made the claim.
Yes,
So
I said no. You made the claim, and I refuted it.
No, okay. Listen,
You said you don't want to celebrate somebody who's committing murder.
That's literally what the line is about.
Yes, and I said no. You're wrong. That's right.
So
show me that you are correct. Show me that you are correct.
Okay, I'll go get the link for this song and the lyrics.
Good.
This is fucking retarded, but fuck it.
Sure.
By the way, who's the artist? Since you know the song.
Skrilla.
This is your type of music?
What is that supposed to mean?
I'm just shocked. I'm not judging. I mean, I don't listen to this shit.
Well, I just proved you wrong. You want to go for 5? I got 3 in a row. You want to go for a big 5 tonight?
Okay, so there's the link. No, you proved me wrong, huh? Okay.
Yeah, I proved you wrong. Okay. Let's hear what Skrilla has to say. Skrilla himself has stated the meaning is meant to be fluid and that he never actually put a meaning on it. So that's 4 out of 5. What would you like to lose? What's the last thing you want to lose on tonight, Truthy?
Yeah,
Truthy guy.
First of all,
I mean, I'm just quoting the guy who wrote the song. I mean, what do I know?
Hold on. Let me see if.
Hey, that's your kind of music? You white boy? You Jew? Why don't you bring up shekels another time, Truthy boy?
Hey, I did that because you did. Yeah, you started.
Oh, you did it cause. I think you did it cause. I started it.
Started it.
I did? What did I do? Oh, so in other words, that's your excuse?
Yes, I'm a petty bitch. What?
Oh, well, okay.
What the fuck?
You said it, not me.
Nigga, it takes one to know one.
No, I didn't say you were. You said you were.
I literally heard your best friends on this app call you petty and say it's a problem.
You don't even know.
I was in the
You don't even know a friend you couldn't name one of my friends.
Jewish.
I beg your pardon?
He literally said, Darby's one of your problems, you're petty.
Who said that?
Stop.
Who said that?
I don't remember.
You're just a liar, sir. You're just a liar. You're a common liar. You are a common liar. So you're conceding on Skrilla, right?
I don't even care anymore.
You're conceding on Skrilla, right? Right?
No.
You're giving up. You're not giving. You're not conceding. So you know what his lyrics mean, but he does not. That's a little bit arrogant.
I haven't even seen him explain it.
Now I said Happy Black History Month, and you made an anti-Jewish slur. So explain that to me. I said Happy Black History Month, and you said that
you said that after mocking my blackness.
I never mocked your blackness. How did I mock your blackness?
Whatever.
Not whatever. I know I want to learn from you.
It's been a lot.
I want to learn about race from you, Drew. How did I mock your blackness?
I don't remember the name.
Just generally, just paraphrase. Tell me what I mocked.
There's been so much.
You're full of shit again.
It's been too.
Are you the biggest liar on the app?
You got it.
Truth?
You got me.
What's that? You are? You are, guys? Okay. Let's change the topic. Let's change the topic.
Yeah, it's just how long are you going to do this for? And
can we agree that Trump is the best president we've ever had?
absolutely.
We can change the topic. I don't agree with that.
Can we agree that Trump is better than he is bad?
Trump is better than Jesus.
I just said that.
I thought Trump was Jesus, but I'm not a Christian, so maybe
No, he's the first
can
Jewish
we-
president. You didn't hear? He's the first Jewish president. That's what.
Okay, can we agree that Trump has done good with his policies for America?
But this is a racist country, so we'll probably never have a Jewish president. Although we had a black president. But that's, God bless America.
Trump for president 2028.
They tried a whole bunch of times, didn't they?
CM doesn't like Trump. I don't think Truth does either.
I think Truth
look,
is now reconsidering his entire epistemology after.
Look, I wasn't a fan of the policies of Mitt Romney, John McCain. I loved Ron Paul on a lot of things, but I didn't agree with him on everything. Trump is a whole different bag of dick. No. It's a big NO from us on the left. Nope. And play dumb if you want. You guys used to be apologizing for him, but now that you know it's his last term, you're like, yeah, suck it, man.
You think he's
I remember thinking apology.
Do you think he's a PDF file?
No.
I think he's a predator, though, and I think he fucks minors.
If he's not a
Rapes
PDF,
minors.
he's covering up for him.
That part.
You agree with that, Normal?
What's that? The Trump?
That he has intercourse with minors and that he covers for pedophiles.
I said, if
This is a thick projection from people who have sexual perversions, and so they externalize it, project it on celebrities. It's a weird part of our culture. They're obsessed with this. They bring it up all the time.
I can't believe I got corrected on rap by Norm.
Yep. You can take that to the bank. You can take it to the bank.
That's one of the
But-
most uncanny moments.
Yes,
of my
it
life.
was. And here was the best part. You listen to that music?
Yes.
You didn't know about the movie. You didn't know about the movie. You didn't know about the Academy. You didn't know about the Academy Award nominated documentary called Tupac Resurrection. But do some research.
No, Tupac is different. He's more cerebral. That's
Oh,
and also I don't like all his.
So you didn't know I produced an Academy Award-winning film about Tupac, right?
I mean,
You didn't know that.
it's one thing to have. It's one thing to have a movie.
No, I asked you a question. It was a yes or no question.
Did
You
I know
that, right?
Did
Did I produce an Academy Award? Yes.
What?
Yes.
All right, motherfucker. There's your roses. That's incredible. That's kind of
All right,
badass.
motherfucker. All right.
He got
Did
Yeah.
Fanny was my
that
son's.
does explain a little bit, though.
Fanny was my son's godmother. I can show you the emails.
What?
Yeah, I hung out with her on her houseboat in Sausalito. She cradled my son in her arms, held her up to the sky, and said, "You've just come down from heaven where you've been with my son. You have so much to teach us." Yep, that was a Fanny.
Bro, that's.
We'll surprise you, Truth. We'll surprise you. Us shekel types.
I'm not.
We us shekel boys.
Bro, my middle name is
Shekel
Aron.
boys. Your middle name is what?
Aron.
And
Hey, well, you tell me. Okay, so then stop with the.
my name is Norman. And
Yeah, that is kind of funny. Wait, Norman.
there you go. Yeah. Could go two ways. By the way, did you check out my NAACP Image Award? I'm looking at it right here. It's on my coffee table. Check it out. You should read profiles. I'm looking right at it.
Nor's a gangster, dude.
That's pretty gangster angle.
Some people
That
call it the
explains a lot
Black
too.
Oscar.
That's why he's so,
What's
he's
that?
like the street professor.
About everything, but
But he's entertaining. But he's entertaining as fuck.
No, that's pretty dope. So you fuck with Skrilla? Now I'm cornier than Norm. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking crazy. I'm just picturing you rolling through the city blasting that shit. I love it. That's badass.
Hey Norm, did you happen to see the video angle when she put the car in reverse to turn the wheel before she put it in drive?
Yeah.
And her partner was on the other side of the vehicle trying to all of a sudden grabs the door handle.
I saw that.
And the car was in reverse.
The
and
door
that
was
puts-
locked.
Yep, and that puts that person in harm's way too. She's backing up a vehicle, potentially running over even her own partner because she's being irresponsible. These are all little things that get brought up into a case. So, I mean, this is why the people who don't look at the law, they look at the emotion of it and they don't pay attention to what it really states there. And that's why I was saying earlier, it's not about what we see. It's about reasonable perception. The guy who first pulled the trigger might get away in the second shooting. The guy hitting him in the face with the bear mace is not going to get away. That guy's going to jail because you can't hit somebody with something in your hand. So these are the things when you're looking at it, you got to look at, okay, reasonable expectation. Everybody wants to look at it from a spectator's perspective. And I often say this, how many times have you watched the video? I've watched it 50 times. Okay, an officer doesn't get that. He gets 0.3 seconds to make a decision and it's life or death. So we have to look at it in what the law states is the reasonable spot. Now, we also have to remember it says others. It's not just him that could be in reasonable personal bodily or severe bodily injury, but others. And could somebody back over somebody when they're not paying attention and looking up at their partner getting into trying to get into the passenger side? Yes. So this person was acting unreasonably, and that's why in this case there won't be charges. It will get dropped. The state will try. It won't go anywhere because of the supremacy clause. The second one will have some charges because you can't hit somebody in the face. They're going to say, we don't know what he was trying to grab when he was pulling, because he jumps on top of that woman, and then he grabs her bag as they're pulling her away, right? Why was he pulling her off of the snow? She was off on the curb. Leave her be. So they can say at that point, they're going to say, hey, we thought he was reaching for something. We didn't know. Okay, he had one gun there, but did we know if he grabbed something else? There's going to be all sorts of things that come into that one. But the bottom line is the guy who was hitting him in the face with the bear mace, he's screwed because there's no doubt he violated the law.
Could I chime in though, because I think and this comes from a law school dropout, but I practice in the legal field. So, but I went to finish law school. The one thing that you have the reasonable person is correct, but they don't ever factor in an unreasonable person for the other side. What they do consider, though, if that the other party is withdrawing from the situation, then the reasonable factor does not always stay into play. So if someone removes themselves from an active threatening situation, such as back up the car, try to turn to alternative ways, yes, he can say, I reasonably thought she was going to drive against and hit me, but he shot as well when she was backing up. So that can be the conflict that may come and to be questioned. Just because he's an officer of the law, they do have sort of implied immunity, right? So he can get away with it anyway. But there is a concern that you can sue based on a civil case if the partner and other people and surrounding witnesses can say that there was intent to withdraw, and the other people can show that. But of course, the victim is dead, so you really can't really prove that point. So it's going to be, I think, a stalemate. But as on the other case, with the bear mace and the gun was removed from him. There was no threat. There was no visible threat at all. And you have the right to carry in a state like that. There was no reaching for the gun. So that one, they're going to lose the case on that.
Okay, Bree, can you tell me what it says about when somebody is attempting to flee and committing a potential felony? Do you know what it says with Renee Good in that? Because when they detain you, when they tell you to get out of the vehicle, you're detained. And if you attempt to flee, you're not withdrawing yourself from the situation. You're considered escorting.
Yeah, that's if you're an officer of the law. They're ICE officers.
Yes.
They're not necessarily officers of the law. They do have federal jurisdiction.
They're federal officers. They're federal law enforcement by law.
Yeah, they're law enforcement by the federal, but they are not necessarily have the same
I don't think that
jurisdiction.
matters. You
So
can
here's the deal.
I don't think
So, Bree, you're
run from a
educated
cop.
on
He's
this,
not
and
allowed
so
to
I just want to ask you the simple question: What law is supreme to the state of Minnesota? Is it the state law or the federal law?
Well, you know, I think you're seeing it different. It depends on the jurisdiction of the action, right? Federal law. Well, you've got to look at the case, the whole factor. You just can't come up with a blanket just like voting laws. The voting laws, for example, if we just go it up to see what our current president's trying to do. The state has supreme over the laws of which the voting, unless there is some type of evidence to show that there is malintent. But in this case, depending on criminal elements, right?
So I bring Abby up, please. She's asking to be brought up.
The Supreme Court has said different, Bree.
No, I'm not. You didn't let me finish the entire case or the whole situation, because the supremacy of the federal jurisdiction, yes, can fall into certain cases, but you can always have case conflict in terms of state.
Jurisdiction can fall in the case.
But you can have state also. That's why you have a federacy, right? You have a federacy, and so you have state. You have state laws that may have the right, and that's why you either you will go ahead and appeal until you get to the Supreme Court that will question what authority was in play and who has rights over. But when it comes to certain laws, whether it's interstate,
He's dumb as fuck. Shut up. Seriously, you don't know anything about.
I think you're absolutely wrong. You have that.
Run from a cop on foot or in the car, and they cannot just empty the clip on. That shit is not a thing. It is not a thing, federal or state.
There's 3 court cases everyone in the room should know. Go research and then come back and try and have this conversation. Gardner, Plumhoff,
Gardner.
and Graham. All of this is under the Graham test, Plumhoff, 10-second rule. Wrong. They can fire if someone is fleeing if they perceive danger or danger to the public. In my opinion, there was no Plumhoff here. Okay? But the Graham test is what would determine whether this was justified or not justified. If Bree wants to define what Graham test is, great. If she knows what it is.
Yes, I do. But what I'm saying is, I'm not here to justify you. You don't pay my bills, and I get probably a lot more money than you do. The point is that because I'm a professor too, I'm not looking to get my accolades from you. Your little minion world here on here doesn't make me. I don't cry just because you want to have authority.
You're not a professor. You're lying.
No, I actually am.
You're not.
You can Google me. Yeah, you can Google me.
You're not a professor.
Well, I am a professor, but I don't teach. I teach international law. Yes, I do.
No, you don't. You definitely
At San Francisco State, yes, I do.
You don't.
Yes, I do.
No.
Go ahead and Google me.
Who cares, bro? Who cares?
Hey, Andrew.
You're just jealous, so you're trying to.
Andrew, can you hear me?
There's no way someone this dumb is teaching kids.
Well, hey, you know what? You've got a problem then, because then
I would agree.
I'm not teaching kids. I'm teaching adults because when they're over the age of 18, and I teach, my seniors and my graduate students.
You're arguing over bullshit. Defend your position based on the Graham test. You say you know what it is, so defend your position based on the Graham test.
I don't have to defend myself on the Graham test. What I already told you is that does apply. No, I did say that, but again, it's about the entirety of the case. We're looking at the entirety of the case. We're talking about the entirety of the case.
If you claim you know it but can't explain your position on how the Graham test would apply to this case or not, because if you
it would only apply if it's under the Fourth Amendment. So it's objective and reasonably, right? Under the Fourth Amendment. That is it.
The Graham test.
Yes, it does.
What are the 3 check boxes on the Graham test?
I don't remember the whole. I'm not going to go through the elements of the check boxes.
Test.
Yes, I do know
the Graham test, or you would say the 3 check boxes, and you would be able to give your opinion. And here's what's fucked up is I could make your argument for you better than you can based on the laws that apply, which is Graham, Gardner, and Plumhoff. And if Andrew was just awake,
dude, you just spent the last 20 minutes researching the shit.
No,
so you didn't make the case. You didn't make the case.
That's what the Graham test
You didn't make the case. Dude, you didn't bring it up. If you felt so animate about it, you would have brought it up when you first researched it.
I did.
Oh, come on. The issues that you already know is the severity of the crime, right? But there was the severity. Well, how severe? I said, when I told you at the told you, let me finish.
What's 2 and 3?
When I told you at the very beginning, you have to look at the details of the crime.
What's 2 and 3?
I'm not going to go through the other ones. And then you already know about the threat and as well as
because you don't know them.
But one of the pieces is active resistance. I didn't think Good was resisting. So you can't win on the case. Because Good didn't resist.
You don't even know the next 2 check boxes. You can't
there is a split-second response, dude. There's 4. Didn't you say 4?
No, there's 3.
No, there's 4 actually.
No, there's 3.
No, there's 4 actually.
Okay,
there's 4 Graham factors. Google it.
I have Googled it.
No, you didn't.
Tell me
it's 4 Graham factors, dude.
You're telling me there's 4. You can't even name the 3. Okay, so
no, I did name 3. The severity of the crime.
That's 1.
The immediate threat.
Wrong.
Active resistance and split-second judgment,
Nope.
right?
Nope.
Whether you are tense and you're so.
That's not the Graham.
I'm not. No, that's 4.
That's not the
what else
Graham
do you want to
test.
do?
That's not the Graham test.
Dude,
you have no idea what the Graham test is.
Where did you learn it? In your first year pre-law
not the Graham
class?
test.
No, it is the Graham test.
It's not.
It is the Graham test. There's 4 factors in the test.
She just Googled this, and now she's.
No, I'm not going to argue. I don't Google it.
You guys are making
No, you know what? I went to Thomas Jefferson.
Andrew, wake up.
Andrew,
University in San Diego is not the best law school.
I told you it wasn't the best, but I definitely went to
What do you
Boston
think?
University and I went to other schools.
Oh, my-
So, dude, I'm not worried about it. I'm not trying to prove myself.
No,
I work at one of the best top companies in the nation, in the world. So I'm not sweating shit.
So then you were
Finally.
Finally. That correct?
Finally.
But I did say that.
Okay.
I did say that at the very beginning.
Okay, so let's do it.
That's very true.
Let's do
The
this
fact pattern.
Socratically.
And I don't know the whole
Hold on,
fact pattern of
let's
the
do
case.
this Socratically. Let's go through the fact pattern and then let's cite the law and then let's apply the law. Okay. So in the fact pattern, which case do you want to take? You want to take the second case? You want to take the case where you have someone who is approaching them
Yes.
and he has a weapon on him and he is approaching them with force when he's approaching them, correct?
In that case, he wasn't approaching with force.
Yes, he was.
He was approaching with force. He went within the sphere, within the area,
He was
the
approached.
boundary area. And
And
he
you have to
approached
define with force, though, because you have to have the elements of with force. Because he didn't
You
have
don't
the
have to
gun.
have
He did
the
not show
elements
the
with
gun.
force.
He did not intentionally. You have the right to carry in the state.
He didn't. It's
That
what's in
was
the
their
mind
silence.
of the officer at the time.
The gun
It's
was
what's
invisible at the time.
It's what's
Abby-
in the mind of the officer at that
Abby, you need to
time.
understand something. Bree has been reading Twitter, and
No, I'm not reading Twitter. I'm
she's got a
watching.
lot
I
of
watch the
experience reading
videos.
Twitter and
Just
repeating it.
let Abby go here. Just let her.
I'm just
Okay.
giving her a warning.
It's what's in the mind in this scenario. Okay, the police use force. They have to objectively have a reasonableness, and based on Fourth Amendment, and it requires them evaluating the force based on their perception
True.
of the scene, what they see. If the police see this person approaching them with force in their mind, in their perception, they then can have the reaction that they had. Your argument is the guy just came up friendly to them. He breached an area, a boundary area, and he presented in their minds reasonableness, and they hit the standard that they have to hit for them to, in that split second period of time, and you want to go pursuant to Graham versus Connor, then in that split second or 10-second or whatever the period of time, they made that determination. What
Abby, could I chime in before that? Because that is at that split second. The guy was, by that time, if he was considered a reasonable threat, he was on the ground, right? And proceed with force, we're talking about that. By that time, they've already disarmed him, right?
No, they
Well, they don't know if he had, first of all, you don't know when he disarmed, when he got disarmed. Number one, you don't know if they had reason to believe he had a second weapon. They didn't know how many weapons. When someone comes up with a weapon and they're aggressive with officers, there's reason to believe that he potentially will be harming those officers, whether it's the gun in the back or another gun.
He was disarmed by that time. Was on the ground. His hands were showing. He was on the ground. They shot him in the back.
You're missing this. They have reason to believe at that point in time that he presents harm, and they have to at that point act. If you're going to say he mitigated it by caring about the woman, or what else was in that fact pattern? He didn't mitigate it. He approached them with a he didn't softly approach them. He approached them aggressively. So
He
look
had
at the
a hammer
gram.
in his hand. So
Look
he
at
was
the.
going to aggressively shoot them with
So
his
the
gun?
severity of the crime is that he had a weapon when he was going at police officers.
And the phone was the weapon because the gun was invisible.
No, the weapon was on him.
No,
Okay.
it was in the back pocket and you're allowed to
But he
carry it.
had the
video. You can see the weapon exposed earlier in the video from another.
okay.
They might have seen it.
And
That's
so
what we're speculating. That's
he
conjecture.
proposed an immediate
That's
threat.
conjecture.
It's
he
seen in a video.
proposed to me. It doesn't fucking matter if you think it's conjecture. If the officer thought it was conjecture, that's the point. It's what's in the mind of the officer. If it's reasonable that the officer could have had that conjecture, that's the standard.
Also,
So the second thing is the suspect posed an immediate threat. That he actually posed the threat. The reality was he did pose a threat, and whether the subject was actually trying to resist arrest. Was he trying to resist arrest?
It also has to do with would a reasonable officer make the same move in the same circumstances.
Can you also breach the topic of, yes, you are allowed to carry, but only for lawful purposes?
Hold on.
Exactly.
Can you back me up on this? Because if you look up the legal definition between protest and riot, that actually changes as soon as any group of people creates threats, violence, vandalism, interferes with officers. There is a very small window.
That's right.
Once that happens, guess what happens? Your 1A and 2A go out the effing window. You just changed it to riot, and therefore you are not legally allowed to be carrying, which means you should remove yourself from the position in the area. He should have left where he put his gun in his car and then came back. You are required as a gun carrier. Now, I'm gonna stand on this as a leftist. I am anti-2A, and you shouldn't have a gun. Oh, there was a violent situation, and he had a gun. He deserved to get shot. That's how I've heard it before, posed. But here's the real situation. What we really should be saying, and most people would say, is it started to get violent. He should have taken his gun to his car and removed that gun because things can get out of hand and escalate quickly. That's what should have been done by law. And when you're a carrier, if you've ever been through a concealed carry class, they will fucking tell you when an officer comes up, do you own a gun, CM? I know you don't, because you are a fucking. You're also missing the bigger component is jurisdiction here. He's a federal officer. It's a federal officer in the act of a federal duty. Did you hear what I just said? It's a federal officer.
I'm not going to dispute whether it's a federal officer in the federal
May I finish?
duty.
It's a federal officer.
I'm not disputing that. So
in the act of a federal duty.
That's not my
Where in the wild world of sports, where does the state get jurisdiction? Tell me where. Federal officer in the course of his duty, as in his job as a federal officer.
You can always contest it. We were talking about that.
How?
I'm talking about it in the case of the voting rights, right? You have the constitutional rights of the state separation of power.
That's irrelevant to the supremacy clause here.
I brought it up because there's no blanket rule of the federal government always having supreme, except for in certain parts.
There is most certainly. It's an amendment to our Constitution.
For example, if I make my voting rules, you can't override my voting rules of the state.
They can if they decide to.
Can if they decide to.
Unless you got permission from Congress.
You are so dumb.
It's federal, but the federal has a right to override. If it's you have the state, sweetie.
But you have a balance between state and federal.
Right.
No, there's a balance. We know that federal
state under the 10th Amendment has the.
Always.
Let me just get this out. The 10th Amendment.
You can
is
always
granting the state the policing power for the health, safety, and welfare of its citizens. Okay?
Yes.
Their governing power, health, safety, and welfare. However, it's subject to the supremacy clause. If it conflicts
the supremacy clause right there, but I'm still going to the point of the voting rights. But so in terms
of these laws, voting, it could be health, safety, and welfare of the citizens. If they do something that is contrary to the federal
you're making
law,
the argument then of an authoritarian government, they feel that if they're going to riot, then this upcoming election, then the federal government has the right to go in and just usurp all authority of the state, right?
Well, hell, didn't JFK do it? Didn't JFK send in his troops to do exactly that and take over the school system in Georgia or then in
He
Little
didn't
Rock?
stop an election, though.
What is the difference of
I'm
going
just using
in?
that as an example. He used that for the integration.
But an election, if you decide you want to have a bunch of non-citizens go to the voting polls,
I love you as a like conservative.
and the feds want to come in and clean up the voter rolls in a state because the voter rolls in the state are
You've got to prove that. You have to have
non-residents and not.
You can't have conjecture. You have to have objective evidence.
We do have evidence. My state cleaned 150,000 names off the voter rolls in the last cycle. 150,000, and we're a small state. So you absolutely have reason.
11 times presidents have actually sent federalized troops.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tommy, they're also they're good seats
Tommy
as well.
Bellotti.
So my seats are only a couple rows from the ice, so they're gonna be good seats. And Tommy, if you're ever in New York City, I'll take you to a Rangers game.
I know, pal.
I'm not your pal, friend. I'm not your friend, guy. No, I was kidding, Tommy. You are my friend, and you're my friend, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy Bellotti.
I'm not your guy.
Tommy Labate.
I'm your buddy, fella. I'm your buddy, dude. I'm not your dude. Dude. There you go.
What I'm saying is that the supremacy clause, yes, you have the state over, you have the federal over the state, yes. But when you're citizens of your state, either don't have due process because of the issues as it relates to their First, Second Amendment, whatever amendment we want to go through.
If they don't have a due process, with what respect? Give me an example.
Due process, let's say.
I know what due process is, but give me an example. What is happening? Give me a fact pattern.
I can give you a fact pattern.
Will kick into only
citizens that are not getting their due process when they're thrown in ICE jails, who are U.S. citizens,
here we go.
but do not have that.
Is that your only example that you can give?
No, but you asked for an example.
So that's your only example you have? Well, that one's an easy one. That one's an easy one because they're committing a federal crime.
Are they considered committing a federal crime
Absolutely.
by protesting? Don't they have the freedom of assembly and to protest, though? Don't they?
Non-citizens?
Not snowballs are
no, I said U.S. citizens that are held.
Well, you didn't say that.
I did say that.
You're saying a U.S. citizen.
U.S. citizens. I didn't
Okay,
say
slow down, sweetie. A U.S.
No,
citizen.
don't call me sweetie. I'm not your baby.
Honey.
I'm not your sweetie.
Honey, it's a U.S.
No, I'm not your honey either. You're diminutive.
U.S.
We don't
citizen.
need that. Yes, I said U.S.
Somebody's sensitive.
No, I'm not sensitive.
Yeah, you
were
are.
sensitive
He
earlier.
was doing it in a considerate way. And you're
No, but I
taking it
don't
a
like
different way.
sweetie. No, that's
Listen,
no.
sweetie, I've been telling you the law, reading it
It's
from the book.
condescension.
Yeah, I'm reading the law.
Keep it moving. I'm trying to, Bima. I'm trying to.
Yeah, let them have their conversation.
I can't get her to see this. You've got to, when you talk about law, you've got to, don't talk in abstract. You have to talk in specifics
Well, I gave
in
you the
order
case.
to illustrate it.
I do
So
that.
now your hypothetical is a U.S. citizen that is getting detained incarcerated
In
for
ICE
protesting. No,
It's not
stop
protesting.
for
I
a
said
second.
ICE detention.
Hold it. You have a U.S. citizen that is being detained and being incarcerated as a result of protesting on behalf of the movement to get rid of ICE. Is that what you're saying?
I would say yes.
Is that so? That's your fact pattern.
They're not impeding their.
Wait. Is that? Hold on. Slow down. Is that your fact pattern? A U.S. citizen out protesting against ICE being in the country, and they get arrested and get detained or incarcerated. They get incarcerated.
Yes.
Okay. So what is your concern about that?
That is a
what's the problem there?
Well, that's where I'm saying, as a citizen of a state, let's say I'm a citizen of the United States, but also a resident or a citizen of Minnesota. I am now illegally, you break down my door because you don't, ICE agents they are not issued. They do not have the authority to enter your house.
So wait, you're out, hold on. Are you outside at a protesting? Where are you?
There's two things. You can protest and you can go to your home. Let's just give you the scenario. Or you're out there in public and you're detained, and then they can find you.
You're out in public.
And then you are
all your facts there.
detained. That's not facts.
You're out in public. Are you with a
You are
gang of
protesting.
people
Let me give you the elements of the
shouting?
case.
Are you banging on cars?
No, you're not doing anything that's destructive to the property.
So what are you doing when you're out protesting?
You're expressing your First Amendment rights, right?
How?
Darren LaHood in 16th District. We are the write-in candidate.
But how are you
Trying to defeat him. Don't vote for Paul Nolly either. He's the Democrat. Request the Republican ballot and write in John Kitover. Remove Darren LaHood this March 17th in the primary. No need to wait till November. Just kick him off right now and write in John Kitover.
Was that protest a permitted protest? Was it permitted? Was it permitted? Let me finish.
Okay.
Was it permitted under time, place, and manner restrictions under our law?
Many of the protesters are not going to be permitted, right? Because
that's actually you're wrong. It's a very strict level of scrutiny to deny.
It depends.
May I finish?
Yes.
You asked a question. They actually use the highest level of scrutiny in order to in any way limit a protest. However, a protest still has to be within the confines of time, place, and manner restrictions.
That's true.
And manner restrictions, because of what I said earlier, the issuing authority is protecting the health, safety, and welfare of their citizens. So a protest has to have some limitations, and they get permitted. So you're now outside holding a sign, I assume with other people around you. Is it a permitted protest? Is it at the right time of day, or is it in the middle of the night? Is it in the middle of the street? Are you chaining yourself to streets? Are you blocking traffic? What's the manner that you're protesting? Are you protesting in a manner that will be an obstructed manner for the free flow of commerce that day? So those are things.
A protest
do you
does not
understand
have
what I'm at?
to be
Does
legal.
anyone else want to jump?
No, I'm going to chime in because a protest doesn't have to be permitted to be legal. You didn't let me finish real quick. A protest does not need a permit to be legal. As the First Amendment protects your right to be No, it does not. It protects your right to peacefully assemble. That is what it does.
Does the government have a right to time, place, and manner restrictions?
The government can require permits for certain types of public events.
Somebody else want to take this?
Well, I just looked this up, and maybe this is wrong, right? It's an AI overview, but it says you generally do not need a permit for small protests on public sidewalk.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, if I thought I was reading you as implying that every protest needs.
No, if you're five people,
implying that.
You're five people,
but if you were implying. I did say.
Hold on, let me read the official, okay? First Amendment protects the right to free speech and peaceful assembly. City regulations, Minneapolis, law requires a special event permit for assemblies that 1. Use city streets or sidewalks in a way that impedes traffic.
Thank you.
2. Occupies parks or public property beyond ordinary use.
Thank you.
3. Include amplified sound or large gatherings of 50 people or more. This is consistent with U.S. Supreme Court precedent, e.g. Ward versus Rock against racism in 1989, which allows time, place, and manner regulations as laws if they are content.
Wait, I don't understand.
Hold on.
Contradicting. Wait, no, this is.
It's not contradicting. You can have your little group of people, but if your little group of people decides to take out drums and trombones in the middle of the night, on a street that people live, it's time, place, and manner, and you will be arrested.
Okay, but what's the upshot of this? Like, what is Brian Vela trying to get to? Like, the point
I don't know. I'm trying to explain how the law
I
works.
feel like you're asking for a lot of detail that may not be necessary, right?
No, I'm asking. No. Because if someone gives a
She's
scenario,
try to prove me wrong.
I'm not
That you
trying to
can't.
do that, Bree. That's actually not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get you